Not that important. I got this going in the background. I'm just waiting on Teddy to tell me if we're good on stream. How's the sound? And all of the things. And all of the things.
Sort the phrases about the orbits of Earth and the Moon.
Good, kind sir. Please reduce the volume of your schoolwork. Can you connect your headphones to the computer so that you can still hear it? Please. Oh, I have an idea. Here. Stop making old man face. Alright, Teddy. I am live now. Yeah, is it good? Is the sound good on everything? I am waiting on the Teddy to tell me if the sound is good everywhere. And I hope that my setup is good because I was experimenting with some stuff, trying to have a little bit of a slideshow in the background. And my coffee is cold. Alright, Teddy says it's good. Oh. Huh? You want some coffee? I took okay, maybe it was like 5. I take a couple of pictures of this young man looking. Hello, and we are live. Welcome back. It has been 2 weeks. It has been 2 weeks since I have been disconnected. Apologies. I said before I left to my town, first of all, I was only going to go for like 5 days. That did not pan out. The same way that I've been extending my vacation. Teddy, wait, why is this in the back? Why is this in the back? Let me move this back. How do I move you to the back? I need to move you back. I need this to come forward. Because I can't see it. Why is it doing this to me? Oh, hold on. This? No, it should be. Meow. Yeah, screen capture is at the end though. Like it shouldn't be. It's the last thing that I have. The browser source is first. Maybe if I put it here, it doesn't want to do it. Let's see. We do this. Why is it being mean to me? I'm coming as my first. I'm finally back. It is weird. I don't know. As Emily D. Baker says, "Whop, we are professionals." And I say this all the time, we build it while we fly. Because every time I disconnect from one of my setups, things just go crazy. And now I am back here in my brother's house, and I'm on my nephew's system. And actually, I'm going to bring this here, and this is going to... Teddy's on the Twitch. There. This, I moved the screen a little bit because I'm going to have I want to have a slideshow going. Can we start the slideshow? I don't want to have to click it. Am I gonna have to click it the whole entire time? It just lets you know how long it's been since I've had to do a slideshow. I put some pictures. This is where I have been for the past 2 weeks. So I went to my hometown, and it is in the boonies. Okay, it's in the middle of, it's on the border with Haiti, out there in the middle of nowhere. They're building it up right now. Like it's getting a resort. I mean, it's got a hotel. It's got a hotel, Motel 8, whatever it's called. It's got a franchise now. So we're branching out. We're getting bougie. We might get on the map. These are photos. I wish it would just run. I wish it would just run it. What if I do this? Oh, no, that's not what I want. No, I want you to just run it without me having to click. So, oh, my face is all up in the way. I had said, and apologies, because I know I said this, but I said that I was going to Nope, that was the wrong thing. Normal. My face is the problem. You're blocking the beach and all the fun. Oh God, no. Jesus, 2 weeks, guys. I've been gone for 2 weeks and I just forgot how to do everything. I'm just gonna make myself smaller because it's so pretty. No, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that for now, okay? Build it while we fly. So essentially, I know, and I apologize. I said that I was going to stay somewhat constant and put out videos, even if it wasn't lives. I would at least be doing pre-recorded content. But here's the problem. I tried to. I put out like one video, a cozy me playing Oregon Trail for like an hour, because that's gonna be like the one game I'm gonna put on my channel where I'm not talking or anything. It's just playing the game. It's a chill, cozy game, and most of us have nostalgia with it. So I intended to. Here is the problem. Signal there is trash. The internet is not good. And that singular video, I had to have it the entire night. Like literally. Oh, you know what I forgot? Teddy, you know what I totally forgot? That Kick be on some other stuff, and it never changes my video information automatically. And I forgot to change it. Let me change it. Let's just call it that. Sure. That's not true, but we'll call it that. Okay. Sort of, that's what we're naming it. Because they don't let me do, like, what if I do this? Can I just get you to run? Where's my cursor? Guys, the struggle is real. I don't remember the last time I had to do a PowerPoint. I just want it to play. I wish I didn't have to, like, click. No. Now I'm out of it. Ah, this is so annoying. Okay. Let me try this again. Because I wanted to... See, now that's not where I wanted it. Okay, hold on. Minimize. Bring this down here. What? Here, we'll work it. This is also not what I wanted. Guys, look, I'm on the struggle bus for real. Mostly because I've never tried to do a slideshow while I'm recording. But anyways. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. But as Teddy very well knows, the internet was basura. Utter and total basura. So I tried my darndest the first couple of days. I recorded some videos and I wanted to put them out, but literally that one hour video, and I guess I understand that 1 hour is not a short amount of time, but I didn't think it was to the point where I was going to end up using an entire night. And then here's the other thing. I didn't have the data capacity in the hotspot router to do that for an extended period of time because John had to start cyber school on the 5th. And it was already interesting. I don't want to click exit. What are you doing to me, PowerPoint? I want it to loop. Look, PowerPoint is not my forte. How do I mean, you can eventually, but right now I'm on a live. What is your issue? It's not the same person as the videos. No, the videos are just generic videos. John is dealing with the struggles of cyber school. Pop out the Rumble chat? No, I have it here. Oh, do I have... I probably... Thanks, Teddy, because I do have it... Oh, okay, cursor, come to the other screen. I have it here. You can't see that. I have it on the screen in Streamlabs, but I forgot to change the address for it. The browser address for it. Let's pop this back up. Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. As I figure this out, because we build it while we fly, let me go there while we figure this out. All right. So, I went to my town, and here's the thing. Oh, UB, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am good. Pop out chat. Give me the browser address. Put the browser address in here. We are doing good. Glad to be back though, because honestly, it was a bit of a struggle to be so disconnected from good internet. Like, you don't realize how kind of dependent you become on it until you don't have it. Wait, okay. I did spend some good times with family, and I got a lot of beautiful pictures. So here's just some of them, and I'm just gonna, if I do view, can I? Oh. What if I do this? No. See, I don't want to run it because it got messed up the last time. What if I do this? That's not what I wanted. Because I can't see. Well, is this gonna work? This might work. Okay. Woo! Sort of working. Building it while we fly, remembering how to do all of the things. It says sign into the chat, but like, I think I'm fine. Desert Shields, hello! We will get the new chat set up and ready to go for the next stream, because Teddy figured it out for me, and I hadn't gotten a chance to see the video. I thought it was just gonna be kind of plug and play, but then he sent me the video of all that I have to do, and I was like, look, I need to just go ahead and get myself back into the habit, because here's the other thing. I kind of lost the habit. I was like, yesterday, I was at my brother's house. It was the first full day I was back here in the city, and I was kind of just laying on the floor, not figuratively. I was literally laying on the floor with the fan just pointed at myself. Hello, handsome. I know that I'm partial because you're mine, but you are so handsome. I think my child is so handsome. I think all parents do, but I think my child is so handsome. Hello, Stella Nova 02. What did you just think, child? We could try Terraria on computer later. All right. Good morning. Is it morning? Is it still? I don't even know. It's still morning. It's before noon.
No, it's afternoon.
It's after moon? Well, yes, because it's daytime. So, I did have a wonderful time. More pros than cons, but the main thing being, I lost the habit of streaming, and I'm EST, or what is it? What time are we allegedly in? Allegedly, we're on AST, and I'm arguing. Okay, so this happened the other day. So, John and I were arguing because he's like, what time zone is the Dominican Republic in? And I was like, it's on EST. He's like, but Google says but Google just told me it's on AST. And I'm like, Google is wrong. Google isn't always right. And he's like, no, it says AST. And so we're going back and forth with this argument. And eventually I just asked Google, what's the difference between EST and AST? Google literally says there is no difference. And I'm like, then what is the point? What is even the point of saying that it's two different time zones if it's literally the exact same? So, yeah, that was... But there's no difference in the time zone. What does it matter? We're on the equator. What does it matter? We're east of some places and west of others. And I am well, fortunately. Well, that's not news. Are y'all picking up Teddy, can you hear what John's commentary? Is it coming up or is the microphone too far away from him? But okay. Back to the important stuff. I've been disconnected because I was gone to my town. John is a savage. Oh, I guess it did come through. Yeah, we have some videos that we have to post that we recorded like 2 days before we left, and I haven't had okay, you need to speak up when you're going to be with the savagery. He said yes. So man, I should have made the bottom left-hand corner of all the slides just be white so we could see the Rumble chat better. And Teddy, you could tell me if the Rumble chat isn't scrolling. Okay, got it. Oh, John has joined the chat. Get out of the chat and go back to school. Okay, so among the things, I had to be cautious about how we were using the hotspot because there was internet over there, but the router was inside of the store structure, and we were in the home structure, and the signal didn't reach, even though it was like 5 steps away from each other. The store structure and the house structure, they were not very far. At most, from the side door closest to the router to the front door is probably like 11 steps. I don't have big feet, so they're pretty small steps. But still, we couldn't get a signal. So we couldn't use the home internet for John to do school. We had to use the hotspot, and the hotspot has much more limited connectivity data. So I realized that I couldn't be using up all the data uploading videos. And it was also very hot. Good vibes only. Just get a cold spot. Because the hot spot wasn't enough. Just get a cold spot. I don't know why he's all up in here in the chat, y'all, because he's supposed to be doing school right now. I mean, he is doing school. He's split attention right now. Yeah, Teddy, can you let me know again if there's any more chats in Rumble? Because I have it here, but it keeps saying sign into the chat, which is annoying. And it did that last time, so I don't know if it's good or not. If it's going to show the progress of the chat. For anybody who's new here, my middle name might as well be Tangent, because we be going off on them all the time. I literally just get, and I told Teddy this. Like, I was like, because Teddy's my moderator. Okay, and Teddy's my Tulin, really. For those of y'all who don't get that, that is a Zelda reference. Tears of the Kingdom. So I told Teddy, I'm gonna do a short stream. Why do I even bother? Why do I even bother saying that? Because if I'm not doing a Rumble rant, I have a very hard time being concise and straight to the point because I get distracted so easy. Do your schoolwork, sir. What is he doing? Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, this child. All right. Tangent might as well be my middle name. I apologize. It keeps going roundabout. In summary, I was in my town. It's on the border with Haiti. It's a great place to go to chill out, spend time with family, and spend a lot of time at the beach, as y'all can see by my slideshow, because it's a beach town. Like, we walk to the beach constantly. And we also, ooh, look, crabs. Crabbies. Oh, wait, is this a play button? No, it's not a play button. It's a next button. Man, I just got happy for nothing. What are you writing? What is your job?
Well, I was told to get back to work.
To schoolwork, and you get an allowance for every day of completed work and appropriate behavior. How many days did you do schoolwork last week?
Multiple.
I'll have to calculate it. God. Kids these days, yo. All right, I got excited. I thought that was a play button. It's not a play button. It's literally a next button, and it does like nothing for me. Anyways, you have no job other than school. Can you just like keep playing the slideshow though? For real? What's this? What does this do? Nothing. Okay, we'll just go back here. Oh god, this again. There we go. You are staying home. He doesn't actually work for free, actually. That's what his allowance is based on his school performance. Because I just figure if adults have to spend like 30 to 50 hours at a job and they get paid, well, kids spend about that time about 30 to 40 hours per week at school, and it's not exactly like enjoyable. So I just told him a long time ago, I'm like, that's what we're basing your allowance on. You get allowance for good performance at school. The same way you get paid for good performance at work. Or, like actually showing up. Some people don't do good performance. They're just there. Warm body, taking up space and breathing the oxygen, and they get paid for it. So he's over there doing school. He's been doing pretty good. We fell behind yesterday because, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. Because it's a 5.5 hour bus ride from my town back to the city, but it did end up being 6 hours. We have a souvenir from, I found this while we were walking on the beach. And it's fully intact. I love that it's intact. I'm like, ooh. I hope. I had too much on my plate because I was getting ready to come back on our own. I didn't have any assistance. Had I had some help. Dun dun dun. Yeah, it would have been great if I had some help. Kids. Never a dull moment, that's for sure. So, initially, when I went home, I consider that home because that's where I was raised until I was 6, and that's where I went back to every summer for 2 to 3 months. I was usually late getting back to school because I would spend like a whole 3 months in my town. It's called Manzanillo or Pepillo Salcedo, and it's on the border with Haiti, or, literally there's Manzanillo, there's a river, El Masacre, and then it's Haiti. So it's like right there. And it's not terrible as far as internet goes, but just what we had. The tips is that you're on vacation for free. The tips is that I buy you new headphones when you break yours. The tips is that I still buy you outside food day on Wednesday. The tips are that I buy you outside food day every day when we didn't have access to like foodages and cooking at home. Those are the tips that you get, okay? This clientele over here, you paid for like half. And why aren't you focusing on school? All right, so I stayed at my sister-in-law's parents' place, and there wasn't good signal into the house itself, like the house proper, because the router was at the, like, they have a store and they have the house. And so we were in the house. The internet wasn't that great. After the first day, I realized I wasn't going to be able to update a bunch of videos. I didn't think it was a big deal. Well, it is your headphones. Anyways, I didn't think it would be a big deal because I was only planning on going like for 5 days. Let me see. I got there. Did we get there Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was leaving Sunday. So basically 5.5 days is what I was counting on actually being there. I was gonna come back with my brother. My brother was going to rent like basically a mini bus to bring everybody back because the whole family was supposed to go and join us. And then we were all gonna come back together. However, my sister-in-law's sister decided not to go. My eldest nephew ended up going to his maternal grandmother's, and so it didn't make sense to pay that much money for a minibus when when it wasn't going to be necessary per se, like in quotation marks, it wasn't going to be necessary for them to get there. But then to come back, there was no room in my brother's car at all. So I was just like looking at it, and I'm like, we're all going to be super uncomfortable and cranky, and just it's not going to go well if we ride in the SUV with all of us in there and all the luggage. And I had my larger suitcase because I had to pack for, both of us, clothes, shoes, and whatever electronics we were taking. So I took the big suitcase, and there was absolutely no, I mean, they were packed when they left, like when they left without us. So I don't even know where my brother was thinking that we could fit. And it's a 5.5 hour drive. So I don't know. I think he didn't really think about it and didn't put too much. Maybe he did think about it, but it was like just financially, it didn't make sense to rent the bus. And he never likes to let me pay for anything because I am the youngest. However aged I am, I'm still the youngest. So he doesn't really let me pay for stuff. Even when I try to just like help him, I have to like literally just put money in his pocket. Be like, yeah, this is my, I want to help with something. And so even with renting the bus, I had told him, why do we have kids? I'm going to block you out of your YouTube account.
Why?
You're doing too much. Why do we even have kids? Why do we even have kids? Anyways, so there wasn't like, don't you encourage him, Teddy. Don't you encourage him. Like literally it didn't make sense. It wasn't going to, we weren't going to fit because they barely fit to begin with. Just my brother, my sister-in-law, and their 3 kids and their luggage. They were already packed in there, like tops. There was no way we were going to fit 2 more people, and also my full-size suitcase. So basically renting the bus for the weekend would have been $360, the equivalent of $360. And I told my brother, like, I'll pay for it. I will pay for it. Just tell me when you're reserving it. I'll give you my card and you could just, I'll pay for it. But he just like, yeah, okay, I'll let you know. And then he never let me know. As far as I had heard, he was going to rent it. And then he shows up in their SUV and I'm like, what happened to the bus? And he's like, it didn't make sense to pay that much money and we weren't really going to need it. And I'm like, I told you I would pay for it though. Like, so we could all go back together. So I ended up staying an extra day. First, I stayed an extra day. And then we decided to stay like an extra 2 days, and then an extra day, and then another day. And every day I just kept like, how about we leave the next day? How about we leave one more day later? Both of my brothers are tall. What are you talking about? And that also doesn't make sense because he's my youngest brother, not the one here, the one back home, and I still pay for his cell phone bill. But I did tell him he needs to start paying for his cell phone bill. I've been paying for it since he was in high school, and he's a full-grown man with a full-time job. He can start paying for it again. Because he paid for his cell phone bill for 1 semester, and then the following semester was like student teaching, and what? You're trying me, sir.
What?
You're about to get allowance deductions.
What? This is America.
This is not America.
I'm an American citizen.
And so am I.
Yeah, I have my First Amendment rights.
That does not guarantee you a paycheck if you're not working. Which, by the way, you're not working because you're all up in my chat.
I'm just having communication with my fellow coworkers.
You're having communication with your fellow coworkers. Uh-huh. This boy. All right. Anyways, long story short, we weren't going to fit in this vehicle. And I said, okay, we'll just stay one more day and we'll leave on the bus. And every day from when we were supposed to come back up until this week that just passed, Thursday, I just said, you know what? John's pay is being ducked. If you keep doing like that. Here's your earth. So last week Thursday, I finally just said, okay, look, we're leaving Monday. We're gonna stay the weekend. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go to the beach a couple more times, and like Saturday and maybe Sunday, I'll hang out with some of my friends and have the ability to like kind of just go out, have fun, talk adult stuff, conversations, have a little wine, and just be what John Cole. That is a meme. Nobody actually believes that it's 21. Only dumb people would believe that because it is not 21. Anyways, Monday we came back. It took like over 6 hours. A 5.5 hour trip took a little bit over 6 hours, and I was just like exhausted. I was dead because we didn't move, even though there's a stop midway where people can like go to the bathroom and things. We didn't, because it's one of these things where it'll just leave. So like once a driver comes back on the bus, he'll just leave, whether you're there or not, whether they have your luggage or not. You'll just like have to try to hopefully catch another bus and hopefully find your luggage. So essentially on the way there and on the way back, we decided not to get off. We just were sitting there for over 6 hours. It was a lot. My legs, when we got out, I didn't notice it right away, but by the time we got to the house, man, it was rough. So yeah, that's about how I felt. So we did have a lot of fun. There were a lot of great pictures. You can see right here, crabs. I don't know, does this picture, is there only 2 crabs in this picture? Oh no, there's 3. Haha, crab. I love sea life. So I would just as excitedly as I reacted right now to seeing that there was oh wait, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Let me move the Rumble chat. Crab. There were a lot more crabs. There was one that had just gone in between these rocks, and there was one that was a little bit farther down from where the picture is. So I was having a great time looking at the sea life. Come back to the slide. There's a lot of ocean because it's a beach town. And this town is, some of my family lives here. This is called Montecristi. We went to this restaurant called Coco Mar. Okay. Yeah, I took my kid to school. He's right here. It's pretty convenient, the cyber schooling. And here we can see people were nighttime diving. This was in the town. It's called Manzanillo, and people will go try to just dive for fish at night. It was a really bright. His lantern was super bright. I kind of wish I had asked him what kind it was and where he got it. And I really wish that this slideshow would just like keep sliding, so I don't have to keep clicking. But here's the back of Sweet Child. My sweet child. I love that boy. I mean, I know I'm partial, but he is pretty amazing. I don't know what that means, John. I do know what that means. It means you agree that you're pretty amazing. I agree that you need to finish your school. Anyways, so 2 weeks disconnected to the point of not being able to stream or really post any videos. But what are you doing? Stop. That's getting on my laptop. Don't dust it. Especially if you don't know where the dust is going. Anyways, probably got some in my coffee too. It is in my coffee. Can't finish it now. How could you? Here's another crab. it's not really the solar system. Okay, let me move this chat. No, go back to the picture. I'm trying to move the chat. All right, this little guy was literally right outside my aunt's house. And the interesting thing about it is, my aunt's house is not that close to the beach. Even walking, it's a good 10 minutes. Because if you went straight down her road, you would see the ocean, but it wouldn't be like in a place where you could actually get in. It wouldn't be recommendable. There is no shore, and not gonna go well. Not gonna go very well. But actually, I have a picture of where my aunt's street ends. Hold on. Yeah, the sun sets. You can't go when the sun is up. Like, you have to go either early in the morning or later in the afternoon. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt into a crisp. This is other days that I went to Monte Cristi, and this here is like an island. It's called La Cabra or Cabrita, and it's apparently they do tours, but I didn't have an opportunity to go because it wasn't very well planned. Okay, so this here is the end of my aunt's street. So as you can see, the ocean is there, but as you can see by this park-like structure here, there's no actual beach. There's no sandy place where you could be. So it's just like ocean and rocks. Rocks, a whole lot of rocks. What? Okay. Can you still answer it though? Oh. You get a retry though, right? I guess you're gonna have to use your retry since the punctuation is so bad. Hmm? Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that happens sometimes. It's just like it's such bad sound, you can't really hear it very well sometimes. So, and yeah, at least it has captions. This one here is actually at the bottom of my street where I used to live when I was a youngin'. If I could have that house, man, I would be so happy. Let me pick a slide to keep as the background. I like that one. That one's okay. That one's okay. Oh, I kind of like this one. I mean, I liked being there. I would have had more pictures, but I found myself crazy. I found myself actually disconnecting. So there were specific moments where I would be on my phone because I would take pictures and videos for the sake of posting on Meta for Facebook and Instagram because I'm trying to grow that as well. I'm trying to grow simultaneously on all the platforms, so I'm trying to put efforts into all of them. And as I was doing reels on Meta, I would take pictures and videos like every day. And so there were moments where I did take out, where I had my phone and whatever. But about 3 days into our stay, my earbuds just died. I don't know what's wrong with them. They stopped charging. So I was disconnected from my phone because I don't have the habit of listening to my videos out loud because I find it annoying when other people do it because I don't want, if I'm not watching the video with you, I don't want to be all up in it. So I don't do that to others. And then yeah, sometimes you gotta read the question out loud. Apologies for leaving out. So, where was I? Okay.
The planet X has a moon.
Don't be so extra. You know I'm live right now. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. Teddy, please. What was I talking about? Having to disconnect to go help him. Oh, yes. Connected and disconnected. That triggered my own memory. Okay, so even though I was trying to stay on top of the reels, I wasn't watching videos because I didn't have headphones. I wasn't reading manga as I do quite often because the signal wasn't great. And as far as content, I was doing some content to put on Reels, but I wasn't making anything that I found to be long enough or worthwhile enough to use up the little bit of bandwidth that we had. And uploading videos takes up a lot of bandwidth. I didn't realize that until day 2 of John being in school, which would have been September 6th. We like had no connection because the hotspot was just dead, out of data, and I had to call my brother, and he couldn't add data to it until he got home from work. So that messed up the flow. I was trying to make sure we didn't fall behind on any days or as little as possible. I would prefer it actually if we went ahead, but John's not on that vibe. He's kind of just on the let's do what's required for today vibe. I think eventually.
Maybe doing today's first yesterday.
Well, you can, if you choose to. Yesterday, I understand that yesterday was rough because you were catching up on you were doing all your Monday and Tuesday work. But now that you've caught up on all your Monday work, and you finished almost all of your Tuesday work, once you're on track, it'll be easier to do like an extra lesson. Huh? You only have work for today? Yeah, so that means that you'll be done earlier, so you'll be able to like get ahead. That's an interesting, fun thing to a degree of cyber school is where if it's asynchronous, they can get ahead of as soon as they finish today's lesson, tomorrow's lesson opens up, so he can go forward and do more work if he so chooses, or if it's something really easy or something he's really into, because like he's really into science. So if the science lessons are really interesting, he'll want to keep forward and do science. But I'm talking about if you chose to. Anyways, so I was pretty disconnected while I was gone, relatively. I would say by comparison, I was very disconnected. And I had a good time. It was very hot. Electricity do be going out. Tell you what though, it's a little rough when it goes out because it's super hot without a fan. But I would say overall I had a good time. And I would do it differently if I went back. I definitely would prepare better. One thing I would do is, I believe that Hotspot is like a monthly thing, like it's a prepaid. I'm pretty sure it's prepaid, not like postpaid. So I would get a higher data plan. If you are going there, it's called, again, Manzanillo Pepillo Salcedo. I should have brought it up on the map or something. It didn't occur to me, but there is a Motel 8. It's a Motel 8, right? Motel. Or is it Hotel 8? Is it Hotel 8? Hotel? No, that's not how you spell hotel. Hotel 8. Pepillo Salcedo. It's a Super 8. That's what it is. Super 8 by Wyndham. Manzanillo, Pepillo Salcedo. And Super 8 Wyndham Manzanillo. So the hotel itself isn't like in the town proper. It's like on the way to the town. Oh, did they finally put pictures? I've been complaining about this forever. They finally uploaded pictures. The place has been open for almost a year and they finally put pictures. About 3 months before I came here, they still didn't have pictures. All they had was like 2 pictures of the standard well, that's a projected picture. That's not a real one. Is they're putting a helipad in, but it's not completed yet. They finally have pictures. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm going to blind this here for a second. Get out of here. Go in here. Go in here. Go here. Go Super 8. Pepillo Salcedo. Pepillo Salcedo. Okay, if you go to the hotel, it's going to have air conditioning, so it's going to be a lot more comfortable. I also recommend that if you're able to, the better months are like November to February because the weather is just better in most places. There are areas in Dominican Republic that it's always cool by our standards, you know, because it is whatchamacallit, higher up in the mountains. That's called, what is that place called? Ay, Dios mío, what is that place called? I don't remember, but anyway. It's escaping me right now. Here we go. Let's click into the photos. So, Super 8 by Wyndham Manzanillo. It doesn't have a lot of availability because there's like a lot of projects. As you can see here, like these areas are being developed, especially over here. They're a little bit further up from here. They're developing a power plant so that power never goes out in the town. It's going to be kind of... What? You have completed being a sci-fi test for today? What does that even mean? I don't know what you... Oh, okay. So they're building, I believe it's back here. They're going to build a golf course as well to go with the hotel. And here you can see the side. It's a little messy down here, but the hotel area itself, they're going to clean this up. They have to because they're making a helipad over here. You got your pool, you got your rooms. All the rooms will have air conditioning. So if you struggle with the heat, I recommend going to the hotel instead of one of the smaller hotels in the town. I know for financial purposes, I really should be pushing the hotels that are in the town because there's a couple of small like hostels and hotels in the town, but they're not going to be as advanced and comfortable for the average foreigner, especially American foreigner, to, you know, stay in because I'm a local and I was struggling. Yeah, this is where the helipad's going to be. This is not actually there yet. This part is actually rendered. And I just got back this week, Monday. So I can tell you for sure. This is a rendering because it's not completed yet. Just the turf area is completed. But apparently the president of the Dominican Republic really likes going there. There's also this really big port that's getting expanded and it's super close to Florida. It's so close, in fact, that we actually saw Starlink mission launch from there. It was great. I posted it on my reels if you're interested. So this is the actual hotel. These are not stock photos. Well, I think this one's rendered though. Or maybe they just did really good with the photography. This looks rendered. I think they just did really good with the photography. A little bit of Photoshop action. So, ideally, because it's my town, I would like to say, go to the little hotels that are in the town. But I'm going to be honest, you're probably going to be more comfortable if you go to the Super 8. Because every room has air conditioning. There's probably a whole lot less bugs because everything has to be closed and enclosed to be able to it not be a total, utter waste of energy having the air conditioning. And that is, unfortunately, that is two things that are very uncomfortable about the town. It's really hot most of the year, and there are a lot of bugs. So be prepared. If you're not, you're going to be really surprised. There are flies everywhere, and the locals generally are so used to it, they look at you like you're crazy if you keep like swatting them away while you're eating or doing anything that is to like constantly trying to keep flies away. So it apparently also comes with continental breakfast. And like I said, if you're interested, which I really recommend because there's a lot of beautiful beaches, recommendations, bring local currency because there are a couple of establishments that do take cards, but sometimes they're not working, and because it's a town that's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, it takes a while for technicians from the banks to go out and fix the card machines. And not every place takes card. A lot of places don't, because again, it kind of is a little bit in the middle of nowhere. But as you saw from my slideshow, it's got some beautiful beaches. And there's a couple of great restaurants. Let me see if it'll come up on a search. Manzanillo. Okay. El Puerto. No. Oh, well, this is the port. This is under construction now. It's expanding. El Puerto de Manzanillo is like super close to Florida. Like I said, we were able to see a Starlink launch from there. And they're in the process of, can you get bigger? They're in the process of expanding it so that they can actually get imports, international imports from like Florida. But let me change it. El Puerto Restaurant Manzanillo. Okay, so you're showing me the map, but you're not gonna wait. No. Where did you take me? That is... Oh, that is not... Ay, Dios mío. There's more than one Manzanillo in the world. It's making things complicated. Dominican Republic. Oh, here it is. This is a proper picture of it. This place is great. The food is delicious. The owner is a wonderful person. Been a friend of... Well, a lot of people are a friend of the family. It's a small town. It's now growing. But, like, everybody used to know everybody. And because I used to live there, everybody still remembers me. So this place is great. I greatly recommend it. The food is delicious. Even John was eating there. Obviously, he was not eating the seafood. He was eating the chicken. And the chef, his name is Johnny, speaks English because he just moved back there 2 years ago. So if you're having a hard time, this is a great place to go because you'll be able to talk to the chef about the food that you want. He makes things that are off the menu. And again, if you want to be able to speak to someone and express yourself in English, is a great place to go. This is on the main road in Manzanillo, 27 de Febrero. It cuts through the entire town. So once you get into the town, you'll be able to see it. And it has air conditioning. Right across from here, there's also a place called Jeji Nail Salon. She does like manicures and pedicures, obviously, because it's a nail salon. That was self-explanatory. She also does eyebrows, I think. But the thing is, also has air conditioning, which is great. There's one more place that has air conditioning. We ate there Sunday night. It was wonderful. I greatly recommended. This is, I think the owner of this might be a distant relative. I don't know. But, this one is also when you're coming into the town. One of the main roads when you're coming into the town. So it's super nice, has a wide selection of wines, and also air conditioned. So it's great if you want to go somewhere and chill and have food and not have to worry about a bunch of flies and have air conditioning. So it's called Banak Restaurant. And I had a great time. I had a great atmosphere. It's pretty calm, pretty quiet. I had a little bit of front parking. Just be careful because when you're leaving the parking, you might get stuck. Okay. Tangent. We were in the sedan, in my aunt's sedan, my cousin, Crystal, and I. I know, it's making me hungry too. My cousin Crystal and I and John went. We were in my aunt's car, and she's got a sedan. And there's like a ditch. I don't know if you... Okay, you can see it here. So here, it's a bit of a ditch. So like when she was backing the car up, it got stuck here. I'm not super strong, but I'm strong enough to help the car move along. And I actually had to get out, and while she was like flooring it in reverse, I was pushing the car. We got it out though. And my cousin was like, "You're so strong." I'm like, "Well, the car did most of the work." But she had tried to get out just on reverse several times, and we're basically stuck. It needed a little extra push. I gave it a little bit of extra push, and we were able to get out, no problem. She's very concerned because it's her mom's car and she doesn't want to get yelled at. But it is a great place to go for a couple of days. And if I can find, there might be some. Wait, hold on. Manzanillo, Dominican Republic. That's not how you spell Republic, but that's fine. Oh, this one's closed. You actually can't go there anymore, but it's so beautiful. It's currently closed, which sucks. Oh, that's a beautiful sunset. Maybe they'll rebuild it and reopen it. But as of right now, it's closed. You're not supposed to be there. It's got a pretty one of the main reasons that it's closed is because it's got a pretty strong riptide. And a lot of people have died because of it. So however beautiful and peaceful it looks, so here's the port and you can see it from Estero Barça. So the place where I was taking pictures is on the other side of the port. And basically the port gets sandwiched between the beach where I was at, which we colloquially call it Los Coquitos, and this one, Estero Barça, is, they sandwich the port in the middle. And this one is beautiful. It used to have a restaurant where I would, oh wow, the mangrove area is kind of dried out. Okay. We used to go all the time. It had a restaurant there, but the restaurant shut down a couple of years ago. And then the beach itself was closed. So even though you can see some people here bathing, they're not supposed to, because it's actually closed because it's got a pretty strong riptide. It always has, but it just got to the point where too many people were being reckless and dying from it. So they decided to shut it down. So this is Los Coquitos. These are other people's photos of it. There's a lot of restaurants here. Now there's like a lot of bars and restaurants. All of these kiosk things here are where you could sit and not be in direct sunlight. Depending on the restaurant, it has one right in front of it. So all of these don't belong to just one restaurant. It's really beautiful. Oh, a drone footage of it. Nice. This place goes off at night. They have more mixed drinks. These places have, some of them only have like drinks and beer, and some of them have a couple of and some of them have some this is a really good picture actually. Can I see this one bigger? Can I see it bigger? I want you to be full screen. It's close to full screen as we're gonna get. Okay. So here's the only thing that I dislike about this beach. This is the beach we used to always go to when I was little, and it's the beach we went to a lot now. This photo is from low tide. When it's high tide, the water comes up to here. This line of demarcation is where the water is for high tide. But here's the problem. You see all this seagrass? All this seagrass here is really, it feels really gross. It feels like something's grabbing at you while you're trying to swim. And the other thing is, you can't confidently put your feet down because there's lots of sea urchins. And you never know when you're going to step on a sea urchin. So basically, you only have this clear area here. It's like permanently clear. So you have some area to swim, but over here, you have to be a little bit more brave to swim it. This place is not, it's just a structure. There's no restaurant or anything there, but on this side, they do have some seating. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Well, okay, so it used to be a waste treatment area. I think they've redirected the waste treatment aspect of it. Yeah, it's not really anymore. It's clean-ish now, but because it's not flowing or running, it does sometimes still smells bad because I guess so many years of trash and stuff being put there settled to the bottom. So even when they cleaned it, it's still like sometimes, occasionally, it still smells sometimes. But apparently in the spring, if it fills up, and it fills up with flamencos, which is kind of cool. And here, if you look here, this structure here. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, hold on. Let me move nope, not that. Grab the wrong thing. Need to grab myself. Okay, this structure here. Come on, where are you, cursor? Here. It used to belong to the banana company. That sounds funny to say it like that, but La Bananera, and they are the ones, that's the company that actually built up the town. And they had it very modern, all the electricity and stuff, where there were a lot of towns that didn't have that. So, where is this? This is not there. Is this there? Oh, it is there. I think this is a place where people gather. One of the churches. I think this belongs to one of the churches. But it's really pretty if you go during the right time. Oh, this is the drone photo of the port. You used to be able to go there, and like people would fish off of the pier, but they closed it off after the most recent renovation. Oh, that's a good photo. Good job, Miguel Alvarez, 3 years ago. That is a very good photo with a high quality waterproof camera or phone. But yeah, I had a good time. It's really pretty. If I'd had air conditioning and worthwhile high-speed internet... Oh, this one's a little video. That's El Morro. That's in Montecristi. So it's like directly across. The picture with the crabs. That's where I took that. Can you grab plátano bundles from the trees? It depends where the tree is located, because if it's on somebody's personal property, you have to ask permission to get it. But if you're saying, is it there? Yes, there are trees with plátanos and coconuts, and you can just grab it from the trees. If it's on public land and if it's on somebody else's property, then you have to ask for permission. For example, the sea grapes, I just grabbed those off the tree. But sea grapes don't sell for very much. It doesn't matter if it's like private property, because a lot of the trees originate on private property for the sea grapes. So a lot of the ones that still had sea grapes are situated on private property. But I didn't have to ask if I could take them, because it's not really a business where anybody would be like, oh, get off my grapes. They're so used to it too. They're kind of just like, whatever about the grapes. But yeah, even if you're being facetious, yes, if the tree is on public property, you can just take un racimo de plátano, or like a coconut if it's there, or in my case, the sea grapes. You can just take it. And yes, they do just grow. Things like that just grow everywhere. Just like Dominican cherries. I call them Dominican cherries because here they call them cerezas, but they're different. They don't have a pit the way that cherries that we're used to in the West do. Yeah. A lot of people have a lot of plant life, fruit-bearing trees and vines and stuff, and you just take it unless it's a marketable thing. So with plantains, because there's a market for it and people sell it, you'd have to ask for permission. But another thing I didn't get a picture of and we saw a lot of is there's a lot of like goats. They just roam the streets. There's not even goat crossing signs. The goats just everywhere crossing the street, and they're so used to things that they're just like, yeah, I'm here and you're in my space. They will take their sweet time crossing the street, and you like honk at them, and sometimes they get really audacious and they just look at you like, did you just honk at me? did you just honk at me? And it's like, yes, you get out of the road. But there was a lot of complications. There was a lot of struggles. There was some hardship getting John some food that he actually liked. But I would say that overall, we had a good time. John, what would you rate Manzanillo out of 10? Our experience there. John, what would you rate our experience in Manzanillo out of 10? He rates it pretty good out of 10. So we had a lot of fun going to the beach. We went to the pool one time, but I didn't really like it. It was like not very well chemically treated. It was a little slimy. I didn't talk about it until afterwards. I tried to enjoy my time as much as possible and not get any of the water in my mouth. And I was blessed with not getting sick, thank God. But yeah, I was done with one time. I'm like, I'm doing this once, and I'm not coming back here. I will know better. Because I didn't want to get sick while I was out there. Like, I don't want to get sick at all while I'm on vacation, but especially when I'm further away from the comforts of a major metropolitan city. And now we're back, and now we're back in the city, and now we're back for another 10 days before we go home, as of right now. I have also changed my flight 4 times now, officially 4 times. I don't think I'm going to change it anymore, though, because I finally actually gotten to the point where I miss home. Mostly it's just hot, okay? It's just hot, and everybody kept telling me, like, oh, it's because you go in July, it's because you go in July, but, like, I got here at the end of July, I spent August here, and now it's into September, and it's still really hot and uncomfortable, but now, there's a but. The nights feel like desert nights. So, in July and August, it was suffocating in the daytime, and it was suffocating in the nighttime. But now, for some reason, there is this line of demarcation between day and nighttime that happens at around 8 p.m., 8:30, where it just drops from being like 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit to 70 something degrees Fahrenheit. So then we go to sleep with the fan on because we need it, and then I wake up in the middle of the night looking for a blanket because it's cold. That does not happen in July and August. But now in September, that is the deal with the weather. Like, you go to sleep and it's still hot, and then you wake up in the middle of the night because you left the fan on, and if you turn the fan off, it's going to be really hot. But with the fan on, it's like, what is this madness? So you basically, those of you who like to turn on the air conditioner and be under the blanket, this is perfect weather for you. So, I also do that. I don't know if I'm going to stream again today because I have to go to the dentist to finish my dental work because it was on a 2-week pause because I wasn't here. I was 5.5 hours away. And my appointment to go back and get my crown, my new crown, I don't remember if I've mentioned that. I did end up having to pay for a new crown because the old one was shipped to me. The dentist tried for like 2 hours. She wasn't able to fit it any way she could. She like drilled, reduced, moved things around, and it just didn't fit. So it didn't stay in. So we got a new one done. We got a new one made. I paid for a portion of it. I'm going to pay for the rest of it when I go today. And I should be done with that. So that's fortunate. What else do I have to do today? Oh, I also have to go shopping for clothes. I have to find somewhere that sells clothes cheaply because I needed to do laundry. Yesterday I was worth nothing. Like, I was just like recharging. And I didn't do laundry yesterday. I was going to do it today. But then today we realized that the water pump is broken. A part inside of the water pump is broken. So we can't do laundry until the water pump is replaced because my brother says it would take him too much time to fix it since he has work and school. So he's just going to buy a replacement, put the replacement in, and fix the old one so he has it as a backup. And then I'll be able to do laundry. I'm pretty sure he's going to buy a replacement today. I don't know if he's going to get it installed today. More than likely, he's going to try to get it installed today. But that's still means I wouldn't, if I wait for him, the earliest I'd be able to start doing laundry is like 7 p.m., which is just like kind of a no. So I'm gonna go somewhere, get some extra shorts for John, and basically like just 2 days worth of clothes for us because yeah, we're very mismatched in the pieces that are available that I left here when we went out of town. So from what I left is a couple of shirts, mostly. It's pretty much just shirts. So every other item of clothing needs to be, like replacements need to be purchased. Not replacements, but so that we have clothes for today and tomorrow to change into. I'm literally still in my pajamas. I sleep in, well, not the clothes I spend the day in, but I don't have like formal pajamas. I kind of just have more comfortable lounge clothes, like floofy, comfy t-shirts and shorts, and that's what I sleep in. They're not proper actual pajamas. So because it's basically clothes that I could wear out, that's why I just decided to stream in essentially my PJs. Because my PJs are my regular comfortable clothes. Just not that I've worn them throughout the day. I just get them out for bed. This is stained. I just realized that. Glad I didn't wear this out. Because that would have been embarrassing if I got out and I'm like in the cab or something and that's when I finally noticed, like, oh, this is stained. But that is the update. I've been off of stream and pre-recorded content for 2 weeks because I was just out of the range of good quality internet, and now I'm back. So I will maybe, possibly, not guaranteed, do some game streaming later on tonight. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have a game. I don't know because everybody will be home. I think I'm going to stick to just streaming in the mornings because everybody's at school, so I actually have rather peaceful calmness and not having to like displace anyone from things they might want to be doing on their own desk and on their own computer. So if I publish anything else today, it's going to be pre-recorded content, and then tomorrow morning we'll start doing regular lives again. We'll go back to gaming. I haven't even played on the Switch. That's how disconnected I was. I took the Switch with me, but I didn't touch it the whole time I was there. I didn't play it. I went to play it one time, and it was dead, so I had to charge it, and then I left it charging, and I didn't use it. So I haven't even progressed Pikmin at all. So we get to get back into the game together. And anything else? I will also be posting more Oregon Trail, which I also didn't play any more of. And I didn't play any more Tears of the King. I literally just said I didn't touch the Switch. But I also didn't do any computer gaming while I was out there. I was kind of vibing with the small town feel and actually being disconnected from while on vacation. Much more intensely and intently than, actual vacation mode. Teddy is correct. I was on actual vacation mode. And it was great. I loved it. I greatly recommend it. And I'm going to go ahead and go now because it's 11:39. Oh god, I didn't even order lunch. I forgot to order lunch. What is this? Oh, let's see. Guandules con coco. Oh. Would she like? I don't know. Pechuguitas a la king. What is that? Arroz con maíz. That's so weird. People be putting maíz, corn and everything here. Corn on pizza. Who does that? Alitas a la barbecue. No, not interested. Jugos naturales. Not really interested. Pechurina. Longaniza. Pechuga a la plancha. Res guisada, ensalada rusa, ensalada verde, costilla fresca al horno, chuleta ahumada frita. That's the one for me. Si no es muy tarde, chuleta frita con... should I go arroz en habichuela or mangú?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go arroz blanco y habichuela roja. Because their mango is usually really dry. All right. I'll respond to that later, Teddy. I know I titled it "And We're Back," sort of, but no, we're back. Ooh, new listing in La Serena. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. I just ordered food. Hopefully, they get my order in time for it to arrive at lunchtime. I gotta figure out what John is gonna eat. This is like my second goodbye, right? I'm being very Dominican, very Hispanic. I'm going to go figure out what to feed my child and figure out what. Today is Wednesday. You get to pick what you want to eat, even though you've been picking the last 2 days already. Yeah. I'm gonna go settle lunch with Sweet Child. Figure out what I'm gonna do with regards to gaming. I think I might maybe a vague recollection that I might have like a 30-minute video of Oregon Trail already pre-recorded, so that might be what I put out today. And then tomorrow morning, when we have the house to ourselves again and it's, you know, conducive to a good live streaming environment, I will stream some Pikmin. Getting back into it after 2 weeks, I'm probably gonna struggle a lot, but it's okay. We're on the struggle bus all the time on this channel, so there's that. My goodbyes, I guess, is what we're getting into now. Thank you, John, for all your random commentary. Teddy, always a pleasure. Who did we have? Let's see here. I believe we had a couple of new people, but where did they chat in from? It wasn't on. UB Legend, thank you for stopping by. I don't think he's still on, but if you ever catch up on the stream. Twitch, was it Twitch? Okay, hold on. Just make this go blank. You escape from that program. And Twitch. From Twitch, we had Stella Nova, first time chatter. Thank you for stopping by, even if you are gone. It was a pleasure to have you. Desert Shields, it was good to have you. I hope the kiddos got to school well, and I hope schooling is going well for them. It's going pretty well for John. He's out. Well, let me ask. John, are you happy with cyber school? He gives it a thumbs up. And so that was it, right? Stella Nova, Desert Shield, UB Legend, and Teddy, who is always here. Thank you very much. IBM usually joins right before the stream ends, but I don't think he's gonna make it today because he's a responsible adult who has a day job. I know, it's crazy. That's also my reaction. But good job to IBM. That's funny. John, it's like, who's the person who always comes in at the end of the stream? And it is IBM. But that's usually in the nighttime streams. During the daytime, he has like a day job. It's crazy. And with that, I am going to see you guys later on the pre-recorded content. And tomorrow for a live, more than likely, somewhat guaranteed, I would say. It's like a 85% likelihood that I will be on a live tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to start earlier, probably around 9:30, 10 a.m., which I know is not optimal for live streaming. It's just optimal for me because my nephews start arriving from the eldest one, trade school, around 1:30. The next oldest one from high school at around 2:15. And, you know, this is the game room. So it'll what is happening? Did you just freeze? What are you doing, computer? Computer, what are you doing? Something. It's doing something annoying. That's what it's doing. Hopefully the sound is still going. I don't know if the sound is, it's frozen. It looks like it's frozen everywhere. Yeah, I see. My camera froze. I don't know. Is the sound still going? Okay. Well, then that being the case, we'll go ahead and call it anyways. I was saying my goodbyes. I don't know what happened to my camera. What is happening? All right. You know what? Ending screen. There we go. We'll end it like this. Because the camera's being weird. And I don't know if it's the camera or my USB ports. I may have to open up my computer and, like, you know, clean it out. It was pretty dusty and not the greatest condition for electronics. While I was back hometown. I'm going to... I was saying my goodbyes, right? Okay. So with that, guys, I will see you for live streaming tomorrow morning and probably some pre-recorded content later on tonight. I got a couple of things I need to take care of, so it probably won't be until later in the evening if I do get any more content out today. Thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out, chatting, those of you that chatted. Check me out on all of the social medias. On Instagram, at Natalia_adulting, Facebook, my JCB LLC, YouTube, M&J Do Everything, Kick.com/Natalia Ines, Twitch.tv/Natalia Ines, Rumble.com/Natalia Ines. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one. How do I end the stream?